Welcome everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I am the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a lender that operates quite a bit differently. So I'd like to thank you for joining us today so we can talk about how this works for potential branch managers and specifically how this will work to generate leads at scale. So let me go ahead and start by sharing my screen here. And let's talk a little bit more about what we mean. So obviously if you drop off, you can watch a replay of the video here, but let's talk about how the branch manager works. It's all about our platform and our system. So hopefully you checked out the video of how it works for MLOs, and it's even better for branch managers because you get the back in there and you can see how this all works to scale up your branch instantly. So hopefully you've checked that out. Let's talk a little bit more about what that means for you as the branch manager here. So our business model, first off, we're approved with over 135 investors and lenders. That's both correspondent and brokered. And what that means is you're always going to have the best rates and pricing. Typically, of course, it's going to be our in-house loan programs, over 5,000 in-house loan programs where we are the lender. We're funding the loans with our own money and all that great stuff. And if there's any reason there's something outside the box, we can partner with our wholesale investors for a brokered loan. So that means we have every loan program that exists: conventional, VA, USDA, FHA, non-QM, DSCR. Those are the types of things we fund in-house. And then once we start going outside the box, commercial, fix and flip, ground up, mixed use, those are the types of programs we partner with our wholesale partners for. So what's important is we have an outlet for every loan. And how do we make this all happen? Again, it's all about the proprietary software. We've written every line of code for what you're about to see. And for both the branch manager and the MLOs, it all starts with our AI-powered lead generating website with the POS, CRM, LOS all built in together. And again, we've written every line of code for this. It's built for loan officers by loan officers. And it comes down for one login for your team, one login for your customers, no matter which one of our hundreds of investors or thousands of programs we go with. And we can also pull instant rate quotes from our 5,000 in-house loan programs and even automatically requote those customers as the markets fluctuate. So great option to automatically update your customers. And they can instantly come in from just a name, email, phone number, or quote, pulling their own live rates, completing their own 1003, pulling their own credit, getting that all synced into our system without you or your teammates lifting a finger. And we do that with our 50 plus API integrations, all the standard partners you're probably used to. So we use like Encompass for our LOS system, but you never have to log into Encompass, but it's a great base system there and you can control it all through the CRM. Same thing with pricing. We use Optimal Blue for pricing, never have to have a login, just click a few buttons there and it's all integrated. Same thing with the AMCs, 5 AMCs, a click of a button, you get the point there, everything's integrated. You don't need any special logins, which is especially nice as a branch manager because you have to manage all those logins as well. And we have our automatic social media posting, so you can plug in your social media, plug in your picture, plug in your accounts, and we can automatically post compliant posts to generate more leads from what you're already doing. So great tool for you as a branch manager and for all of your teammates underneath of you as well. And you can use our Calvin AI dual Oz, so you can run dual Oz, Fannie and Freddie side by side, but we take it a step further, have our AI analyze it to see which is best. So a great way to quickly compare side by side, especially as you're reviewing files as the manager. And we are all about trainings and support here. We're all remote based. We want to make sure we have all the tools available for you as branch managers and your teammates at the click of a button. So typically that's going to be in our remote learning center, our classroom style learning center, 365 days a year, 24/7. You can jump in there and do branch manager trainings. Your team can obviously hop in there and upgrade, learn all kinds of new skills. And we do our daily live video trainings where we go through podcast style, go through different loan programs every single day and our live rates. And 3 days per week, we do an in-depth loan officer training, more about structuring loans for loan officers and topics that help loan officers close more loans. And of course, you're going to have access and your team is going to have access to our in-house Zoom room support. During business hours, they can get in there, people can click their screen, get them unstuck, and get them to the next step of the loan. And we have our Knowledge Center program with thousands of articles and videos, not just from us, but all of our investors and partners as well. So thousands of resources at the click of a button for your teammates as well. And we have the Calvin compliance programmed with our federal and states we're licensed in. So you can get instant answers. That's especially nice for a branch manager. As you're looking at compliance, you can review files and get instant answers there on anything you may be facing. And the final category here, definitely one of our favorite. We love to do our business purpose loans, our DSCR loans in 44 total states without necessarily having to get more licenses. So great opportunity to do more loans without having to get more licenses there. Unlimited company leads at a 50-50 split. Again, you will be providing leads for your team as a branch manager, but all of your teammates still get company leads as well. So they get double there. And we can automate lead generation for you and your teammates with lead plans. So if you want to generate leads for your branch, you can put the same ads that we have out there for your branch. And of course, your teammates underneath of you can as well. And if you already have leads going for your branch, you can import those with our webhook, just like our MLOs can import those for their campaigns. And again, your teammates can refer deals to your other branches for 75 basis points that maybe not licensed in your states. Maybe they don't know how to do that loan. Maybe it's a spousal loan and they need to refer it, whatever it may be. They click that button. Great tool for branch managers as well to make sure you monetize every lead that you're putting through the system. And we have our hotel room for all of our teammates at our annual retreat here in Miami. Since we're all remote here, we still want to meet everybody face to face. We do a VIP yacht party, have a whole bunch of events. Past speakers include Kevin O'Leary from the Shark Tank, Marcus Lemonis from the Profit. So great opportunity to get your team hyped up and get them down to meet them face to face if you're operating remotely as well. So let's talk a little bit about the comp plans here. So we'll compare your comp plan as a branch manager to your team's comp plan as your loan officers here. So first up, as a branch manager, you can earn up to 250 basis points, which is amazing. Standard comp is 200 basis points on all of your deals, obviously. For conventional non-QM, that's 2%. And if you take a company lead yourself as a branch manager, it's 100 basis points or 1% there. Now, as a branch manager, you're going to earn 25 basis points on all the loans in your branch for structuring those deals, helping disclose those deals, keeping track of those deals, all the great stuff that comes with that. That's your extra comp there. And then, of course, you're going to want to generate leads for your branch as well, so you can earn even more. So you can earn 75 basis points on branch overrides for the branch leads that you're feeding your branch. The same way that we feed everybody in the company, you can generate more leads for your branch as well. And of course, for your own production, you can earn 25 basis points for anything over 2 million, just like all our loan officers can. And you're going to want to, again, distribute leads at scale to your branch. First to claim, that's where you really can make a lot of extra income for your branch and, of course, make your branch team happy. You can refer deals to the company for 75 basis points. Again, if your branch isn't licensed or whatever it may be, click that button and you can still earn revenue. And you're going to still have access to all the company leads that everybody does, still have access to recruiting incentives, which is great. And the fee for a branch is $500 a month for a branch licensing fee with no transaction fees. Again, we just need to cover the software and systems, which Kyle will show you here in a second, for all of the oversight. Now, your teammates will be on our standard correspondent loan officer plan. So that's 200 basis points is their max comp. They can earn 150 basis points on conventional non-QM, that's 1.5%. 75 basis points if they take a company or branch, of course, in your case, lead, is 0.75%. So that's why you earn 75 basis points if you give them a lead, which is the difference between them earning 150 and then earning 75. You get to keep that, obviously. So your team can do non-dealer brokered with 135 investors and lenders. Your team has access to flexible pricing and price matching. Again, if it's a deal that the company needs to lower the comp for, again, you can't necessarily go doing it yourself, but the company can do price matching for you as well. And we have one-on-one mentorship. Of course, all of your team is going to be assigned a mentor, hopefully you, or maybe someone else in your branch. You're going to have access to our in-house processing team, our Calvin AI loan officer assistant as well. So our in-house team is going to be doing your loan, and our AI has all the conditions and is going to be pushing that loan from start to finish as well. And it gets 200 basis points. They can earn 50 basis point bonus for any volume over 2 million. Again, we want to build a platform and a system. So if you have any great producers in your branch, they earn even more. And everybody has access to unlimited leads at a 50-50 split, whether it's a branch lead or a company lead. It doesn't really matter to your loan officers. They're just getting leads. Hopefully you feed them a lot of leads as well. Everybody's going to have access to recruiting incentives, and there are no monthly fees for your loan officers that are on your team. And that is how those plans work. So if you're ready to start, you can obviously click on this, check out the plan. If you want to check out your loan officer plan for your loan officer team, you can click on here and check that out. But let's go ahead and pass it over to Kyle to show how the software works. Ready, Kyle?
Yep, absolutely. Let me share my screen. So for loan officers using our software, of course, like any other CRM, you can take your notes, send your emails, send your text right here, but you can also have our AI assistant do that for you. You can set tasks, automated, reminders for yourself. You can put people on action plans to send automated drip campaigns, texts, and emails on your behalf, all that kind of good stuff that most other CRMs do. But what really starts to set our system apart is our quoting system here. So within 2 minutes of getting off the phone with your client with just a few pieces of info without pulling credit or anything, you can put the info in here, click one button, pull up all of the different rates from our different outlets, and then you can select which rates you want to show your client. And within 2 minutes of getting off the phone with them, you can send them a nice, beautiful quote that looks like this, where they can see their rate choices you gave them. They can scroll over these things to see what they mean. If you put an address, it's going to automatically pull in the Google map, the property taxes, the Zestimate, and even an insurance estimate that's a real estimate there. And the proposed loan info, of course, does the monthly breakdown of the taxes, insurance, the lender fees, all that kind of stuff, and then has you here as the loan originator. And then what's great about this is you can also add your realtor partners to this. So your realtor partners, they absolutely love this because they know when they send you a client, not only are you going to quote them within minutes with this cool system, but you're going to include them on that quote. And you're going to show their client, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line. So your realtor partners love this. They're going to want to send you deals more than somebody else who doesn't have the cool quoting system, that's not including them on their quotes and keeping them in front of their client. Now, the best part about all this is that your client can then just click start my loan application. And what that does is takes them right to their borrower portal. So let me show you what that looks like here, where they can start their 1003 right here in the system, upload the different documents that they're going, that we're going to need here. They can see their loan info. They can see the milestone of where the loan is at, which updates automatically as you go through the loan. So your client has everything they need here on their end. Now, let me show you what it looks like on your end here. Once the client has submitted their application, this is your backlog in, it's 100% complete. And what happens is as soon as they submit their application, we pull credit instantly and automatically, and we pay for the credit pull up front. So your client doesn't have to put in their credit card info and stuff. And so what happens is by the time you come in here and click our Encompass API to pull up the loan, not only is the 1003 already imported, but the credit is already pulled and imported. The liability is already imported. So everything is here ready for you to do the loan. Now, I do want to point out the dual Oz that Nick was talking about earlier. We do have the dual automated underwriting to run Fannie and Freddie side by side with the click of a button, but then our AI actually analyzes it for you to let you know what's going to be best for your client in that situation. So this once you're actually originating the loan and it's in underwriting, if we scroll down here on your same portal, you just scroll down and you have your conditions, and your processor and you can upload documents to fulfill the conditions, dispute the conditions, to kick them back to the underwriter. Everything is here in one system. So this is how we can take a client from being just a name, email, phone number to communicating with them in our system, quoting them, getting their application, pulling their credit, fulfilling the conditions, everything here in one system from start to finish with one login for you and one login for your client. So now let's talk about where these leads come from in the first place, right? So as Nick mentioned earlier, we're from more of a marketing background. So we generate all of our own leads. We don't buy leads from third parties. So all of our leads are exclusive. And what happens is as soon as somebody clicks on one of our ads, you're sent a text message so that you can call that lead. So I'll show you just a little screenshot here of my test account of all different kind of texts coming in with different types of leads, from purchase leads to general requests to DSCR leads to foreign national leads. So all different types of leads coming in here all day from our live ad campaigns via text. Now, another way you can work leads in our system is through our auto dialer. So just like any other auto dialer, you can call 300-400 people in a day. If they don't answer, you can press one button that drops an automated text and email to them and then moves on to the next call. So you can call hundreds of people in a day, dropping messages to them, and we provide the leads in here for you. So not only do we provide the dialer, we provide thousands of leads in here at all times for you to call. And these are not a bunch of cold call lists. These are real opted in leads. And we even have lists of realtors you can call to build, call hundreds of realtors in a day to build relationships. So there's always calls in the dialer here for you to do. Now, another way that loan officers can work leads in our system is that they can purchase their own lead campaigns. So we give them leads for free every day at a 50-50 split. But if they want to boost their pipeline even more and they want to boost their pipeline without a lead split on the back end, they can purchase a lead campaign. And all we do is we copy our campaign that we know works, that we know those leads convert, and we put their budget on them. That goes to them at no lead split. Now, as a branch manager, the branch manager can do the same thing. So a branch manager can get leads from, you could purchase them from, Zillow or LendingTree or something. Or you could have us just run a campaign for you, right? So as the branch manager, you could say, I want to spend $1,000 a month on leads. Those leads are going to be routed to the loan officers in your branch via those first to claim texts. That way, when they close the lead, as Nick said earlier, you're making that 50-50 split. You're making the 75 basis points there as opposed to the company, right? So that's how a branch manager can go from making just 25 basis points production for a loan being in their branch to making another 75 basis points on the lead split, right? So we make it very easy for you. Now, another way to bring leads into our system for loan officers is if loan officers are purchasing leads from any other third-party sources, again, Zillow, LendingTree, Free Rate Update, or maybe they do their own advertising campaigns, and they want to bring leads into our system from those third parties, we give them the webhook here in the instructions so that they can do so. So when that lead comes in from that third party, it automatically goes into our system instantly. That way that they can, and it notifies them from our system so they can call them and quote them and do everything in our system from start to finish. And as a branch manager, you do the same thing here. So again, you could purchase leads from a third party and use the webhook to bring them in. So definitely every way there is possible to work leads, we have that built into our system here for our loan officers. And there's multiple ways built into the system here for a branch manager to be able to provide leads for the loan officers in their branch. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jose here. So Jose is our CSO with 29 years of experience as both a loan officer and a realtor. So we'll have him talk about what it kind of means to be a branch manager as far as your end of things and the support that you would be providing as the branch manager. And then we will go ahead and open it up to questions. So go ahead, Jose.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. Support is definitely one of the integral points here at the Mortgage Calculator, especially when you have all the leads that are going to be coming at the MLOs and you have our technology. You want to make sure that as a team leader, as a mentor, the branch manager, you are ready to assist in providing the support that they need to connect the dots, right? The leads are great, but it's not going to work if they don't understand the structure. And if the loans in the initial, once the loan applications are being received, aren't getting off on the correct trajectory. That's where the branch manager has to provide the necessary mentorship to their team via the different systems they can have in place of the live Zoom meetings, right? The mentor meetings to assist the MLO to structure the loan application once it's received, and then the file disclosure meeting to assist with the disclosure of the non-del file, or the review of the wholesale file when it's a broker channel, to make sure everything is properly structured in order for the MLO then to go to the portal and have that file disclosed, right? That is the key component here. You're going to be helping them when those loan applications come in. They may also be coming to you for assistance with the structure on quotes, right? That's another very important facet of the structure, because if they're sending incorrect quotes and customers are accepting incorrect quotes for deals that really aren't viable, then there's going to be a lot of wasted time. So definitely making sure that what they are sending to the customers as quotes is viable options, and that you're there to assist them with the structure on their files and the loan disclosures. And then as the file progresses, they may need some additional assistance for additional questions when they get those conditions in. Even though, remember, we do have in-house processing for non-del, which is going to handle the conditions uploading, and we do have intake processing, which is going to handle the registering and submitting of the loans to underwriting. But the integral component here is the support. So definitely looking forward to having you all on board, giving the team the support and closing a lot of loans.
All right. Thank you, Jose. Let's go over the next steps here. So we'll put the link there in the chat. And when you're ready to move forward as a branch manager, you can go ahead and apply here. And it's going to pull up, again, your initial compensation agreement as the branch manager. And then, of course, we'll set up a meeting to go more in depth of setting up the actual branch, right? So if you do have questions beyond this, you can also email onboarding@themortgagecalculator.com, but we put the link there in the chat for the branch manager. So let's go ahead and see. I don't